this virus essentially does not affect young people. Essentially irrelevant.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And to feel the way that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. The people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Enlarging your world. Mad world.
This is the cry of the mothers who know that this corporate greed has now got to go. This is the cry for your children whose futures are at stake. Which side of history will you participate?
School children have the lower amount of infection, especially primary school children. And in looking at it, we've talked to educationalists, public health and clinical specialists. And the consensus view is very strongly to not advise school children at primary school age to wear face coverings.
This is not a mask. This is confidence.
Not a mask. This is a sign of love.
Can't tell she wants this thing off, but we have to protect her at all costs. Waiting on Daddy.
Here's one other thing we have to do, sadly. No hugs, please. Now, if you look at this pin, Tucker, you'll see this pin looks like something you might remember. No smoking, please. Let's give our kids all of these pins. No hugs, please. Sadly.
This is coming as Stanford Medicine begins its Pfizer vaccine trial for children under 12. Today was the first day that children 2 to 5 years old got their first doses.
As soon as Chris and Angelica LaCour found out there was a vaccine trial their 3-year-old daughter Eloise could participate in, they signed up.
In preparation for today, we told her about the vaccine and wanted to make sure that it was something that she got to be part of making that decision. And
what happened at the doctor today?
I get to start.
Phase 1 of the Pfizer trial for children aged 2 to 5 began Wednesday at the Stanford location.
Don't worry, you're in good hands.
Absolutely unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Look at mommy. Look up. Unnecessary to do to children. Disgusting. Hotel quarantine in Australia at live apartments. Terrible.
And I'm down on my knees again. Thank you for the happiest year of my life. Oh, thank you for the happiest year of my life.
Tuh, pinter semua. Tuh. Pakai face shield. Social distancing. Tuh, it helps me. Tuh.
It is a big first step for America's children, Robin. Moderna set to begin vaccine trials on kids as young as 6 months old.
Some good news. Moderna now turning its attention to vaccinating children. Just moments ago, Moderna announcing it will start testing its COVID vaccine on children as young as 6 months up to 12 years old, making them the first U.S. vaccine maker to test infants down to 6 months. The company is planning to enroll nearly 7,000 children in the United States. This will be the first vaccine tested on children so young in the U.S. Rachel Guthrie is enrolling 2 of her children.
We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
This is the middle seat of the back row of my classroom. This is their view of the board. So I'm just wondering, when we ordered this $5 million worth of plexiglass, did we have a classroom of 28 desks set up to where school board members could sit in them and see what this was really going to be like? How I'm supposed to hear my students when they're in the back of the room wearing a mask behind all this plexiglass? How my students are going to be able to see my board or see me? I guess I'll have to stand at the end of rows instead of at the board to try and work out problems or whatever. But I really just need to know, was this really thought through?
school for pupils at Clonboney outside Athlone. The COVID-19 preventative measures were all in place outside the building. But the school principal and parents here were not happy with the social distancing or isolation facilities they claim have been forced upon them. And the school principal has defended the use of a wooden shed in the yard outside to isolate children who have COVID symptoms.
If we didn't have this shed, the only space we have is a staff toilet.
And do you think it's appropriate for a child?
It's not ideal.
A few days ago, an Irish professor who's been all over the media for months, creating, to be quite honest, panic, had a Zoom call with school children. Here it is.
We may wear masks every winter, remember, you never know, because it's not that difficult, you know, not in schools, but in shops and so on, like you see in China, for instance, you know.
Like you see in China?
Das ist kein Spaß, diese ganze Scheiße. Ich weiß jetzt definitiv, dass dieses dritte Kind auch gestorben ist und ich kenne jetzt auch die gesamte Geschichte und zwar aus erster Hand. Und ich krieg sogar ein Interview zu dem Scheiß. Ich muss ein Interview machen, damit ihr mir glaubt. Ja, das ist wohl nötig. Idiot. Kinder sterben, weil sie Masken tragen.
I just got off the phone with a patient of mine. Her grandson, her daughter, and the pediatrician that takes care of this kid. This is a 4-year-old little boy that got rushed to the emergency room last night because he was having shortness of breath, wheezy, and cough. Guess what he has? This 4-year-old has a bacterial infection in his lungs because of prolonged mask use. He's 4. He's 4 years old, and this kid almost died because of this stupid-ass, ignorant restrictions that there's no science behind. And the reason why there's no science behind it is because wearing these masks, especially for children on a prolonged exposure, can hurt you. We're seeing these reports happening all over the country. And by the way, the pediatrician confirmed it. So did they at the emergency room. This 4-year-old got an overexposure to bacteria because we breathe negative bad bacteria. Toxins come out of our body, out of our mouth, out of our skin, out of our bowels, and out of our urine. That's how we detox our body. We've got to get the bad stuff out. It comes out of our breath. Guess what? This 4-year-old had a bacterial respiratory infection and almost died. They thought that this kid wasn't going to make it. Thank God the hospitals were able to help him. But I wonder how many people right now are having these symptoms of bacterial respiratory infections and they think it's COVID.
Protect yourself, protect our system. Stay home. Everyone must stay at home. We have to stay home because if we don't, stay home, stay safe.
An extraordinary time when we have to stay home. We have to stay physically distant from the ones we love.
How we can change our day-to-day life to avoid direct face-to-face contact. Try and keep yourself away from people as much as possible.
DCF's Division of Child Protection and Permanency may be called to take custody of your children. So should we do something now? Or are we going to roll over and let them take our kids? We're going to let them go door to door, declaring medical martial law on the parents, and then taking the kids.
Police detained a mother, literally ripping her screaming young child from her arm.
Oh my God! Rachel! Oh my God! You animal! Oh my God! Stop it! You guys are maltreating like killing a woman! Oh my God! Animal violence is not necessary!
A crime, you ask? Well, wearing an anti-lockdown slogan while legally exercising.
Stop! Stop! No, you are not going to...
Oh,
Why are you right? Get on the fucking ground right now.
Or Ocean.
Guys, please, get on the ground before I fucking taser you.
Ocean.
Right now. Why are you tasering?
It was crazy. Like, I was so shocked. Like, I came out here to play hockey and I got arrested for playing hockey.
He's 12 years old.
Come here. Well, he's failing to identify.
Breathing this bad.
Children under the age of 10 not to wear them. So why would I make them wear them? Why? It's being ridiculous. You're so ridiculous. All die. You take care of yourself. Bye. All die. You're going to kill me. That's such a great thing to say to somebody.
There was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one? Are you kidding? Well, how about this? You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
I'm gonna go get my vaccine and get back to my prime.
Well, I've never seen a vaccine made in quite so little time.
We're gonna plan insane events like we couldn't do before. Once everybody gets their shots, the 20s, they will roar. Oh, I just can't wait for vaccines.
Well, vaccines are completely unnatural. If you think...
No more need to stay home.
Now, I did my own research.
No more isolation.
With the space...
No more need for face masks.
Oh, it's all a bloody...
With immunization.
Oh, wait!
Free to socialize all day.
Well, I do that anyway.
No more COVID in our way. We don't need advice from anti-vaxxers for a start. Oh, I just can't wait for vaccines. Now Pfizer and Moderna have the key. Let's do it for the herd immunity. It won't be long before we're finally free. Oh, we just can't wait for vaccines. Oh, we just can't wait for vaccines. Oh, we just can't wait for vaccines. Watch out, look around, something's coming to town, coming to your town. Something magic in the night, can you see it shining bright?
You got the vaccine, they got the vaccine, we got the vaccine.
We can get back to normal, let me inform you, let's all get the vaccine.
It's about community immunity. I'm talking unity for you and me. If Doc says it's good, then trust me, it's good. Now let's all get the vaccine.
Alright,
there is none higher. DMC, I will inspire. Time for us to trust and not debate. The vaccine, believe it's safe to take. 9 out of 10 people won't get sick. That's 90% effective and legit. This COVID thing is real and it will find you. It's killing our people, let me remind you. Back in the days, there was polio, smallpox, back in the days. Measles and mumps, man, back in the day. But because of the vaccines, none of those AIDS. Vaccines, they work to trigger immunity. 2 shots, we got antibody security. We gotta act now, no need to wait. Get your vaccine before it's too late, for real.
Okay, Daddy, Dr. Elmo says you're healthy.
Oh, well, thank you. Our children and families want us to be healthy. That's why I and lots of other grown-ups got the COVID-19 vaccine, so we can stay healthy and get back to the moments we miss, like seeing our friends and family.
Here you go, Daddy. For a healthy checkup, a sticker.
Oh, thanks, son.